Yeah, cruising in the ocean with my fellas, waving at the shore, we got all them people jealous. They see that we shining from way over yonder. Gotta thank my father, my sponsor, for putting me on board and also giving me the capability to live life with no fear, create buzz with no beer. God is the reason why I live like this. Now everybody hating me, now I feel like Chris. Working out, eating right, now I look like this. Phone filled with different numbers, now my ex all pissed. Now I'm playing, she don't care cause she move like this. Man, I ain't hating cause she bad, man, we all ruthless. Man, I got money in my pocket, diamonds on my pinky and that brain.
You about to ask that question? I don't know. Larry had a question. Go ahead.
It's not really a question,
Eh,
but it's more like a hot take a little bit.
okay.
But I don't think they should have turned Johnson in the heel.
Oh.
And I don't think then I don't think he should have got the 17th time thing.
What?
I think
Oh,
that they
oh,
should
oh,
have
oh,
he really didn't need that to
oh,
solidify his career.
oh.
BB, you know that meme where
Hold
a person
on.
Hold on, let it
Larry.
rock out. Let
Where
it
a
rock out.
person
Let it rock out. Larry, you done?
yeah,
Let
go ahead.
you
No,
done?
Go ahead.
if anyone else should have given him the IC title,
What?
and gave Randy, because that's the title John Cena never had
Man, come
his
on.
whole career.
Uh,
And
I know
we could have got that match.
I know that's the title he never had, but man, what? Come on, man.
BB,
We could have got.
BB,
Oh, I know
right
it's
quick.
coming. I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
Hold on,
You, you ready?
No, not yet.
You ready?
hold on.
Let Larry finish. Hold up.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh my God. All right. Go ahead, Larry.
Opinion.
We would have got the match that a lot of people wanted to see, which is John Cena versus Braun Breaker.
We can't get that for a championship out though. It had to be an IC.
Yeah, because Braun Breaker was the champion at the time, and he
Oh,
called John Cena out.
I got you. Yep, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because he had said
Uh,
they asked him if he manages to win the IC title, who does he want to face for it? And he said he called John Cena out. He said before you retire, this the one title you never had. If you want it, come get it.
so
And,
okay. So
I feel like
You got one more thing to
Randy
say,
Orton.
Larry. You got one more thing to say, and I'm ready to unload the whole entire clip. Go ahead.
Hold on. I feel like Randy Orton, he needed that more so than John Cena.
needed what?
The the title, the world title.
I agree with that.
Him or
I
Paul.
agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. The IC thing, I'm still up in the
Yeah,
air. You gotta bring me home with that.
I somewhat disagree with that. I somewhat disagree with that.
because he's like John Cena would have been completely solidified. You know,
He's not certified right now.
he don't yeah he's solidified, but like he
You mean
can't say it
solidified?
on one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
solidified.
he is, but he can't say like a lot of legends. I done did everything, and I done won all the titles.
Yeah, he can't say that. I agree. He can't say that.
He don't have to.
Uh,
What are you talking about?
hold on.
You got one more.
He
Hold on.
doesn't have,
You got one more.
hold,
You got one more.
bro.
Go
You,
ahead.
cause
One
Good.
more.
you
One
keep
more.
interrupting.
One more. Go
This is
ahead.
a good one, boy.
Go
I
ahead.
see it now. Good
Damn,
You got
debate.
one more. One
calm
more.
down.
No. One more. No, you need to calm down. One more.
I'm calm. You're
No,
the
you
one
need to.
on
Josiah said
edge.
you need to. Mi hermano. You need.
You are the
Calm
one
down.
on edge today.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm
You are
ready.
on edge today.
I'm ready no, I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to give you the business, bro. Pause. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready, bro. I'm ready.
Whoa!
Yeah,
I'm ready. I'm ready to let you know what
he's
time it is,
on today,
bro.
brother.
I'm ready.
I don't know what
I'm
he's on
ready.
today, brother.
I'm ready.
Busy.
I'm ready.
I'm here.
But yeah, I feel like Randy Orton deserved that title more so than John because Randy Orton, John Cena just came back and automatically put himself in a title picture. Randy Orton actually been here
Okay, my
been
question is this:
fighting his
Randy,
way
Randy got 14 or 15?
14.
14, bro.
Okay, no,
14.
I would have been different. Okay, if you would have had 15 going on 16, then maybe you're right. I don't know. 14.
Nah,
I don't know.
no.
All right, let me
So
know
I'm
when
saying,
you're done.
You got
I'm
one more thing to
saying,
say?
bro,
You still
calm
talking?
down.
No, you still talking. I'm surprised you're still talking.
Is
You
there
got
a
more things
limit?
to say. I'm ready to come
Is
across.
there a limit?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Go ahead, bro. You already you just said multiple things all at
Y'all
once.
jumping off the
You
car?
got one more thing to say, and you
Y'all
say
jumping off
more
at the
more than
airport?
one
Easy.
thing.
You know where the airport is? Hold on one second. Y'all know where the airport is? Like yo, all the way down there to the last stop down there, but the left, and the airport is right there on the right hand side when you start going down the road. You drop them off there. Yep. All right, go ahead, y'all. My fault.
All right. So yeah, I feel like they could either get it to Randy or they could have get it to Punk. And if for real, John Cena did win the IC title, he didn't need, he could have accomplished both things
Which is what?
within the same year. He didn't
What?
have to have a long reign as the IC as the IC champion. He
Oh,
could
so
have
you
did
saying
it
that
with
saying John Cena could have had the IC title and the championship this year. He could have had two runs.
yeah.
I agree with
But
that.
I feel like they probably could have saved the heel run until he won the IC title. Then the whole Roman wrestler thing,
What's this?
you could have had him come out.
Oh, don't get
You
dropped
could
off.
have had him come out the night after he won the
Oh,
championship.
what's up? Oh, I ain't gonna tell nobody. I got you. Yeah. Uh huh. I got it. I got it. I appreciate it. Thanks, man. Yep. All right, my fault, y'all. Go ahead.
He could have came out the night after he won the IC title
Hmm?
and pulled a heel move
Not really.
that nobody has ever done in the history of WWE.
It's beautiful too.
And he could have threw the IC title on the ground and said he don't want that's just a piece of trash. That's not what he really wants.
You
Then
selling me
you could
on
have
this,
put
man.
then you
You
could have
selling me on this. You
huh?
selling me. I said you're selling me on this because I'm kind of in agreement. Because I kind of don't want him to retire until he gets that IC title. But I'm still in agreement with Josiah as well, saying that he kind of don't need it. But if what you're saying that
Yeah.
you don't
But
need
I'm
it,
saying
it goes down to being like, oh well, you can't say I've done it all. Like, yeah, you have it because you didn't win the IC, or you haven't done it all. I get it.
yeah,
Can we put this?
then that
Can we put this young blood on a 10-second, 20-second, 30-second timeout right quick? Can we
what?
do that for a second?
No, because I'm in
Can
agreement with
we do
something
that?
he's saying. I can't put him on no
And let
Okay,
timeout.
me
so
finish.
no, so if we're in agreement with someone, or you're in agreement with someone, you can't go right ahead and put them
No,
in a timeout,
no.
right?
If some, no, yeah. If somebody's in
So for
agreement with
you,
what the person is
so
saying,
okay,
you
so
can't do it.
do those rules apply? Hold on, BZ, right quick. Do those rules apply to you?
Yeah, that's why y'all got me.
Okay, so if it applies to you, I'm gonna do it. 10, 9,
bro.
Oh,
8,
what are you talking about?
7,
You can't,
6,
bro.
5,
You,
4,
that's not
You're
how
being
it
3,
very
goes.
rude.
What are you
I'm
2,
talking
not
about,
even finished
1,
saying what I'm
bro?
saying.
If Larry said a
1.
subject. If Larry said a subject, and if you're in disagreement, but I'm in agreement, you can't give him a 10 second. If you say a subject and I don't, and I agree, but Larry disagrees, you can't give him a 10 second. It's both people have to
I'm not
disagree
giving 10
with
seconds
what
over
you're
over
saying.
over over the overall agreement or disagreement. I'm giving it 10 seconds because it's like, hold up, wait a minute. Let's fast forward
Bro.
into what you just said. First of all, and
I
let's
had
and
I hadn't
a
even
way
finished
of calm
finish what
ourselves
I was
down before we
saying.
hold on before
What?
we calm ourselves down and before we go about explaining this, because you have reasonable explanations as to what you're defending and what you're
Right.
saying about it. And you threw out a hot take. Okay,
But
it's a hot take.
there's no
I'm not
10
saying
I'm
you
not
seconds.
can't have
even
that.
done though.
I'm not. Oh no, this is my point. I'm not saying you can't have that hot take, and I'm not saying you can't say what you're saying. But at the same as that time, I'm listening to it, and I kind of like can give you reasons as to why what you're saying. Half the time, I'm gonna point out something completely different about it. Not so much in a complete disagreement of what you're saying, but I can tell you reasons why I think they're going the route they're going with. So
Right. But you can't put
let's
nobody on 10 seconds for
a little
that,
bit.
though. You can't
So
give
hold on,
nobody
let's
10
piggyback
seconds.
just a little bit with that, and let's get into okay,
Bro,
this growth tower run. What was
I'm not
the
I'm
first thing you had mentioned,
I'm
bro?
not even
Man,
done
bro,
explaining what I
kid,
was
bro.
explaining.
You just
What
how
you talking
many
about?
times you gotta explain
I
yourself,
was not
bro? You
done.
just said one thing after another. You said one more thing, and you keep on going long-winded as it possibly is, and I'm still listening intently, but you still going all around in circles, bro. I'm trying to piece this all together. You done said multiple things all at once, and I have to recap it so that the people can
Bro,
understand what you're trying to get at. And then I gotta go right here and say my piece about it, and say where I stand over it. But you're still talking.
yeah, I'm not done.
Where did the 10 seconds gonna come is what I want to know.
Continue, bro.
Uh,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Say everything you gotta say. And I'm gonna just say my piece, bro. Oh my
Wow.
gosh. I
That's
figured you
that's
was.
what that was the whole point.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Oh,
I'm lost.
I am too.
I was about to wrap it up. You just
That
you
man,
just didn't let me finish.
that man
Yeah,
just came
no.
up with 10 seconds. Off of, you can't even use that. You wouldn't even allow to use the 10 seconds like that.
Are you are you supposed to be using it all the time over us?
Huh? No, when I
Are you
give
supposed to be
when
the
when when
intermediary?
Larry when Larry say give Josiah 10 seconds, it's because I'm in
Yeah.
agreement with Larry. I don't agree with what you're saying. So both of
You
us
was
are
about
in
ready to go.
agreement.
You was leaning towards it though. You was leaning towards it, Beasley.
I
You was
just got
leaning
done
towards it.
talking. I was like, bro, I told him, I said, bro, you're actually winning me over. That's what I said. So if I'm winning him over, that means I'm somewhere in agreement. So I can't give him a 10 second. If I didn't agree with him at all, then that's a different section. That's why I was like, yo, I got to let him get his rocks off. Because when he first said it, I was like, nah, that's crazy. But I got to let him get his rocks off before I give him the 10 seconds. You gave him the 10 seconds, give him the 10 seconds. I'm like, what? You can't give him like that. You can't get a
I'm
10
giving him the
seconds
10
out like
second
that.
seconds because what he just said to me was a lot, and I need to somewhat decompress what he was saying so that I can go right here and give you my feelings over what he was saying, and then go back into what he was saying as far as his question is. But that's his question. More so his
So you
comments
took
about
a
something,
you took a
and
you took a
get my
per,
feelings over it.
you took a personal 10 seconds.
You said what?
You took a personal 10 seconds.
A personal?
And that's a
Fair
That's
enough.
penalty.
what it was.
Fair enough.
That's a penalty of 20 seconds.
That's exactly
A
what that
penalty
is.
of what?
Yes, that's a penalty of 30 seconds. You took 10 seconds to stop a subject because you said you needed to get your mind back in position so you could respond to what he said. He wasn't even done yet. That's a penalty of
I'm surprised he's
that's a
not done already.
that's a penalty of 2 minutes.
I'm surprised he's not done already. But
That's
yeah, but
120
continue
seconds.
on. Continue on.
He gets a 120-second pause. I'm, I'm not counting that out though. That's long. That's right.
No, he get a 20 a 20 20 second timeout.
They get a 20.
How you gonna give me a 20
Yeah,
time when he said when he based off
and that's a penalty.
the way he go about
No,
it?
you got a penalty for doing. You got a penalty for doing it at the wrong time. You can't use it as a personal 10 seconds.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
get
that's
that.
what it was
I
for.
get it.
And he
Oh
didn't
my
get that
god.
penalty after he's playing.
Yeah.
But so where was I? Okay.
Oh,
John Cena comes out the night after he wins the IC title.
oh,
He told him the biggest heel moves in WWE
Oh
history.
my god, this is funny.
He throws the title down on the ground and says, "This title is just a piece of trash. I don't want it.
Oh,
This is not what I really want."
I'm
And
gonna set a
he
time
can tell
to
everybody,
it's 4:41 right now. I'm gonna set a time to 4:50.
bro,
If you're not done by 4:50, that's how you know you talk too much.
bro.
Here we go.
Larry said,
I'm gonna go ahead and set it right
Just
now.
say, did we ever time you? You
nope.
talk more than
No,
us.
I'm telling you how long you're talking.
You
Right.
go.
Have we ever
You
Take a
timed?
take
full
up a
ass
whole
minutes. I'm trying to
you
get
take up a whole
to the point.
episode.
Just get to the point.
He said,
I'm trying to.
Jeez.
You rushing me.
Yo,
he said Josiah took up a whole episode. Is crazy.
no, I
It's the
don't
truth.
take up a whole episode with your nonsense.
Oh my gosh. Woo.
One minute you say sense, you make sense. The next minute you're like, what? We're both like, what are you talking about?
Hold
Let's
on.
go right now. Keep talking
What? But what part didn't he not make sense to though? I
about
had
what
to
he was
ask
saying
that.
with that.
Yes. What part don't make sense?
The part that don't make sense to me out of everything you just said for real was when you said Reign Orton really deserves the world title to get towards what you say 16, 17 over John Cena.
No.
No,
Yes,
not
you
6.
did.
He just said it. He
I
needed.
said Randy Orton deserves the title more so than John did.
Yeah. You
You
said.
still could have gave the title to John. But John
But,
Cena really
but
needed
how is he
the
deserving of
IC
it?
title to fully solidify his
But how
WWE
is he
career.
deserving? But how is he deserving of the world title over John Cena? Explain that to me.
Bro,
They're more than
Randy
John
Orton,
Cena.
has been here day in, day out.
Yeah, he's a part timer. John Cena's a part timer. No champion should be a
Now,
part
yeah,
timer.
definitely now, yeah, for sure. I'll give you that.
So that's what he's talking about. He's talking about this run right
Okay, so
now. John Cena deserves
you're
it.
talking about him winning the world title in general. That's what's about breaking the record.
Right.
Okay, I was about to say because I was going to say like how you gonna tell him he can't break 16. You know what I'm saying when the man got 16 title runs over Randy Orton. He got more reigns than Randy Orton. He just now hit his 17th. You're saying he didn't need that 17th. But I'm trying to tell you, WWE was going to go for that 17th in a minute. But I'm going to explain that when I get my piece to say what I'm going to say. But go ahead.
Okay. So, I'm saying he could have pulled the biggest heel move, the IC title down. So he didn't want it. It's a piece of trash. And he can tell all the wrestlers in the back to come pick up the trash. And he can walk out of the ring. That's how you can get the IC title on for John Cena.
Okay.
Then you can put him in the you could have did that what came before Elimination Chamber?
Royal Rumble.
Backlash.
The Rumble?
Yeah, the
No,
Rumble.
it's backlash. It's always
No, he said before
after the
Chamber. No, he said before. He said before Chamber. Beasley.
It's not backlash. There's
No, it's
a pay-per-view
it's
after
Royal
the
Rumble.
Rumble. It's not Elimination Chamber, is it?
No, at the
You
Chamber
sure?
is WrestleMania. After Chamber is over with, WrestleMania comes after that. But before Chamber comes around, it's Royal Rumble.
Wait. Royal Rumble is in January.
Yeah.
WrestleMania Elimination. This is what I'm saying. WrestleMania is in May or June. Elimination Chamber. It's 4 months,
No,
bro.
WrestleMania this year was in April. This year was in April. They always do like either March or April, but typically they run through April nowadays as far as when they
Right.
do WrestleMania. But what I'm saying is They did basically how they do
Oh,
it is they
they
go
did Royal Rumble in February, Elimination Chamber in March, and then WrestleMania was in April. Yeah.
yeah. They did February this year for Ray Rumble for the first time.
Didn't they do a Saturday Night main event before that?
Before what?
Yeah.
Before Chamber.
I think that, yeah, they
Yeah.
did. Was it before Chamber? Yeah, it was before Chamber. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, you could have John face Braun Breaker and win the title then. And then he could have gave it up the next day.
Hold on, y'all.
You could have inserted John Cena
Oh,
into the elimination chamber match. And you still could have had him go after the title that Cody has and still win it. And you would have gave John Cena a better ending than
that's crazy.
what they're giving him now.
Yeah. Can't find the car.
Makes sense.
Why is the car not tracked? Yeah. But we can't find the car. So you can't get none of your stuff that's in the car that we can't find. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yo, BZ.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so hold on, Larry. Are you almost done? Or are you still gonna have to finish your point?
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. I asked you if it makes sense or not.
All right, hold on. All right, go ahead.
Good thing you were 3 minutes before the time had actually expired. Where's his for?
Bro,
But
This dude is crazy.
I'm
Go
playing,
ahead.
bro. I'm playing, bro. Chill out.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
hold on. Hold on. Before you start, we're gonna give you your penalty. He's calm down.
Yeah,
You got 20 seconds.
you guys got to get that 20 for real.
You almost made me forget.
Yeah,
You
1,
almost made me forget.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, go ahead. That's funny.
penalty warning, you guys. Penalty warning. So okay, hold on, bro. That was a lot. That's a lot. When you talk about John Cena right quick. Okay. Did John Cena be the? Quick question, right quick.
Mm-hmm.
Did John Cena really need the IC championship to go along with his resume?
I can only say that's a yes and a no. It goes based off of who you feel. If we call John Cena the GOAT, he has to be able to do everything. And if he hasn't done everything, this is probably the reason why you could put a Seth
Okay.
Rollins and Roman Reigns in front of him.
Okay. I love that. I love that answer, by the way, BZ. Love that answer. Here's what I'm gonna say though. When John Cena captured his 17th world title at WrestleMania against Cody Rhodes, right?
Mm-hmm.
They officially listed him as the greatest of all time. He's the GOAT when it comes to the WWE. Whether you want to agree with that assessment or not, he officially accepted his approval as being that GOAT because he's been the only one throughout the whole history of WWE. I'm talking from the 70s, from the 80s, from the 90s to the 2000s, the 2010s, and then get to the 2020s. Right, we're in the 2020s. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena captured 17 world championships and different tower runs or tower reigns rather, and no one in the WWE history has been able to do that. Now they said essentially he would break Ric Flair's record. Yes, he would have broke Ric Flair's record, but Ric Flair wasn't a WWE guy like that. Ric Flair was a WWE guy. He's a world champion guy around the board, like outside WWE for real, right?
Yeah, that's why they let John Cena break it. Yeah, that's why they let John Cena break it. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, they allow him to take it. They allow him to take it. But here's the real catch. Ric Flair actually has 25 world titles that nobody wants to talk about in real actuality as far as being a world champion all across the board. However, in the WWE, when it comes to who's in WWE and who's had the most world titles, John Cena is number one. He's officially become number one. So even by the time Ray Orton gets around to that point, if Ray is able to make it towards 18 world titles, then he's officially the GOAT. Period. It's like people got to understand that concept. When you're the world champion in your company and you have the 17th world title reign, that essentially puts you above any and everybody else. Don't matter how great Roman Reigns is, or Seth Rollins. I'm not trying to discount none of them. I'm not doing none of that. What I'm saying is being the world champion. John Cena's able to do that. So that to me holds a lot more weight than him actually winning the Intercontinental title. Not because it wouldn't be great for his resume, but because of the magnitude of him winning that world title and the history beyond it and the prestige over it as well. And him being the first one to do so on top of that. That's how huge it is. So, and WWE will always say he was the greatest of all time, but then it's like some fans will be like, you can't say he ain't now. It's hard for you to say he ain't now, and it's hard for you to argue about.
John Cena really not. I still put Roman Reigns over him.
I get that.
Hold on. Let me explain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really look at the number of times you won it.
Sure.
What I'm looking at is how long you held that down. And Roman Reigns held that down for what, 3 years?
Right.
4, brother. 4.
Right.
Going on 4.
Yeah, John Cena. I don't know, bro. I can't give it. The reason why I can't give it to Cena because I look at all that sports. When you look at John Cena being a 17-time champion, I get that. You can't really say anything of that nature. But when it comes to sports and entertainment and things like this, Bill, if you know, I don't know if you know who Bill Russell is, Josiah, but Bill Russell is he used to play, well, you probably know that. He played for the Boston Celtics. He has 11 championships, but they say Michael Jordan is the GOAT, and he only won 6.
Got you. I get your point.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
it's the way it happened. He got the title. And Johnson and Bill Russell probably did everything. You got to mark all the boxes to be like, all right, you can go. So John Cena might have did all of that and might have had all the 17 champions, whatever. But since you did not carry one of those specific prestigious belts like the IC title, you haven't checked all the boxes. So if you ain't check all the boxes, that's on you. You can't be the GOAT.
I'm gonna keep real with you. Randy Orton has already checked those boxes. I'm gonna tell you, he's already done that already. But the question becomes now, okay, can we really say Taker is the GOAT? Can you really say Hunter is the GOAT? Hunter ain't never won the U.S. title. Triple H never won the Intercontinental title or the U.S. title. Shawn Michaels didn't win the U.S. title.
Right.
Let me see. Brad didn't win the U.S. title. No, I said that. Yes, he did. But there was a few other wrestlers that didn't necessarily win all the belts in the company, yet they're looked at as one of the greatest of all time, or at least the greatest of all time in their own retrospect, right? So what I'm saying is, some of them still afford a great career. They necessarily didn't win. Steve Austin didn't win the U.S. title. So all I'm saying is, there's been greats that have won that world title, and they have won a certain mid-card belt, but they have not won all the time. The Rock didn't win the U.S. title. I'm just pointing this out. So, because if we're going to say that,
that's what keyword great.
Yeah, we're talking about
the reign. Great.
Whoever had the title, how long they had, and how
they weren't the GOATs.
Yeah, they weren't.
I can say Undertaker was the GOAT.
4 years.
I can say Roman Reigns, John Cena. I can put all of them in that conversation. I can put Randy Orton in that conversation.
Absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with that.
But they can't do what Roman did. He had the belt for 4 years. Even though the Usos helped him, even though he cheated a lot of times, he still had it for 4 freaking years. And nobody else has ever done it. That's the goal. And John Cena even said it.
Yes.
So as far as the numbers, might be right.
Even he put him up. But it's funny how It's funny how Cena says that. Yeah, he's on television saying, "I'm the greatest of all time."
Yeah,
With the world heavyweight title belt, around his shoulders.
that's
So it's
why.
funny how you
That's
say
why.
that. But yes,
That's why I want. That's why
yeah,
I personally want his last match to be with Roman. If you won't doing all that
I
talking,
get it.
go
I
for real.
get that. I completely get that. Yeah, I get it
Yeah, talk to
for
the go.
sure.
I
Yeah,
don't think they're gonna line
I
it
get
up,
that.
but I think they should.
Yeah, they very much. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you over that.
Yeah,
I'm
give me
definitely with. Absolutely, bro. But
NXT.
yeah, man. I will say this for me personally. I'm loving the whole Cena um retirement run that he's going on this year. Right? Is it perfect? No. We can definitely point out some holes in the whole entire game, the
Is it
armor,
corny?
John
Yeah.
Cena for sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm enjoying the run. I'm enjoying the run. I'm enjoying the overall nostalgia. I love like to see him on Punk View. I love what he did, with Cody before WrestleMania. I'm talking about before WrestleMania, mind you. I love what he did with Randy Orton. That was dope too. You know what I'm saying? To me, arguably, in my opinion, probably his greatest rival over any and everybody. You can say Edge, you can say CM Punk, but to me, Randy Orton and John Cena are synonymous with each other. When I think about Randy Orton, I always think about John Cena being his rival. Being his, you know what I mean, like all that. And then the R-Truth element towards it has been dope as well. Him teaming up with Logan Paul, I thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Him spotlight Logan Paul for that, that weight, regardless of you being like the tag match and thinking that necessarily makes sense. It's doing wonders for all involved. Like Logan, Cody, and Jey Uso got a
Nah,
chance to benefit
nah.
along with.
I can't say
What
that
you
no
say?
more.
What?
I ain't seen Logan Paul since that match, so I can't say that no more. He
You
ain't been.
know what? Yeah, you think he might be hurt, or you think they just haven't booked him?
I don't know.
And they don't got nothing to
That's a
put him
good
in.
point.
I
That's
ain't
a
seen him.
good point. I never thought of it that way. You're right.
I
He has
haven't
not
seen
been
him
seen.
since then.
You are so right. You are so right. Yeah,
I don't
I
know
like
if
to see him
he
taking a
benefited
break
off
or
it.
something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know he
that's
benefited
a
off of
good
that much
point.
like I thought he was. Like, nah.
Good point, BZ. Good point. Good highlight right there, bro. But he was here this month, wasn't he? He
I don't
he
know.
wrestled this month, right?
I have not seen him pick a promo or did anything at all
That's
since
right.
John Cena.
You're right, bro. You're right. Speaking of, is Goldberg a goat, bro? Let's
What?
just question it for a second. Is he a goat or
A
not?
go to what?
No, I
You would
Hold
wouldn't
say
on.
he's a
say he's a
goat.
goat.
What do you say?
No,
The legend.
yeah, I could put him in a legend category with all the other legends, but I wouldn't say he's the GOAT, the greatest to ever did it.
I mean, I put him in a GOAT as WCW, but not in no WWE. I can't do that.
Would you put him in the goat category for having an undefeated streak?
No. Undertaker did that.
No, it
Okay.
doesn't matter how many
Even
matches.
though his streak might have been longer than his. I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
think I think the Goldberg. I'm gonna say this. I think the
Yeah, go
Goldberg
ahead.
I think the Goldberg character
Hmm.
could potentially be one of the goats. His character,
Okay.
because of how they
Okay.
had him not losing. He was dang near beating everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as being heck no, I couldn't. For real, for real. And I see what the WWE is doing. And this is the reason why I did not want him to fight Gunther in the first place. Because
Yeah. Go ahead.
it sounded like the WWE is about to make them have a 5 minute match. Because Gunther said something about I'll beat him in three. And I'm like, here we go. This is about to be a quick match. This is not what's up. This is the reason why
Yup.
nobody wanted to watch this. You're not even about to get the full feel. Like, remember when we was going back and forth with Larry, telling Larry like this match was gonna be trash. Larry said it had the potential to
I
be
told
great.
you.
And now this can't. Now they're changing
I
the
told you.
emphasis of it. Now they're trying to make the match. Oh well, I'll watch me beat Goldberg in 3 minutes. I guarantee when they announce this match or whatever, it's going to be stipulations. It's only going to be 5 minutes, and Gunther has to beat him within five. I guarantee it.
Yup.
That's stupid. That's dumb.
Concerning someone said he was in training. He was in training. So yeah, that counts for a dope match. Hell, maybe a 5-star clinic as well. So, anyways,
Man, whatever,
You know
bro.
what, Josiah?
Oh my god.
They'll put on a clinic.
Oh my god.
They'll put on a clinic.
I
DC.
didn't catch that to the
Power
end, bro.
bomb, spear.
I
Power
didn't.
bomb,
I,
spear. Jackhammer.
yeah, I didn't
Man.
catch that. I didn't catch that. What Josiah was saying to
Oh
the end.
boy.
I did not catch that.
Oh,
Man, to
oh man.
the
This
end.
man said he's
It's
gonna be
like
in
yeah, it's
training.
gonna be a five-star match. One of the best matches WWE has ever
Yeah, it's
seen.
gonna be great. It's gonna be match of the year candidate. Yeah, Dave Nelson's gonna give it 5 stars. Oh, put that on his list.
Yo,
Journalism, we won't have to question his journalism integrity ever again. So yeah,
yo,
5 stars for that.
yo, he said that. That's
Yep,
crazy. He
yep,
said it.
yep,
Oh my god,
yep,
bro. Yeah, he
yep.
said that. He said that too.
Um,
That's why I'm like, I don't know, man. This is bad. This is horrible. Yeah, dang. I thought it
anyways,
was gonna be. I don't
anyways,
know, man. Dang. He got you on
bro,
that one, Larry. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. He got you on that.
he was saying it, defending Goldberg like crazy.
Oh, he was.
Yes, you
That's
was.
why I let him rock.
Don't deny it now.
I wasn't defending him like crazy. I'm just
Yes, you
saying.
was.
Yeah, he kind of was, bro.
Yes, you was, bro. Don't
Because
deny
I
it.
was like, I ain't in
Yeah.
agreement with nothing you saying, but I had to let you get your rocks off. I was like, all right, go ahead.
I
Yeah,
said, what was your reason? He said, because he's been in training. I said, okay.
you said because he been in training, so it's gonna be one of his best matches, one of top five, one of his best matches. Now
You
all of a
said this.
sudden, now all of a sudden,
No,
out here talking about it's
what
gonna
I'm
be
saying,
a 3 minute match. That's
what,
trash, bro.
what I'm what I was saying was, yeah, he's in training because this is gonna be his last match.
Right,
Oh, my God.
So 9 times out of 10, he's gonna try to make that his best match since it's
but
gonna be his very last.
right. So what
Have
I'm
you
saying
ever had a
is,
best match?
if it's gonna be his best match, I think it should be more than 5 minutes. But now since the
Yes.
stipulation is about to be 5 minutes, it's not about to be his best match. It's about to be a
Give me
regular
at
match.
least 10 minutes. Give me, and Goldberg can
That's
carry
what I
it
was
10
saying.
minutes with going
I
through,
can't,
bro.
I can't.
He'll be one of the goats for real. Give me 10 minutes, bro.
Yeah, if
Give
you
me
could have
10
gave
minutes
me,
at the very
if you
least.
could have gave me a
Give me
real
10 minutes.
match, a little 15, 10, 15
Yes.
something, then I'll be like,
Yeah,
oh,
bro. 10, 15 minutes, bro. Come
he
on,
ain't
bro. You
even
can do
giving
it.
us that, bro. And I
Come
knew
on,
it right
bro.
after Gunther came out. I was like, I'm gonna beat him in 3. I'm like, watch the stipulations change and be like,
Yup.
we gotta beat him in 3 minutes.
Facts.
I'm
Facts.
like, bro, this is trash.
Yes. And it won't be Gunther, and it won't be Gunther's fault. It won't be Gunther's fault at all. And I told
Yeah,
Ray, I said
and
it,
it's
bro. I
all
said,
because all
we'll
because
record it.
Goldberg ain't never had no matches like that longer than 5 minutes.
Bro, Gunther might carry him to a great match. I said, Gunther, if anybody's going to carry this match to be great, it's going to be Gunther. Because he won't miss. He
Who can
don't miss.
carry a? I mean, but how hard is it to carry a 5 minute match?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good
It ain't
question.
just five
That's a
minutes,
good
bro.
question. I gotta really think about that. If you, I don't know. I mean, I've seen matches be done that were in quick succession, but they still came out to be really great, even though it was a short match. I've seen matches like that before. I think in Japan it was like that. Um, let me see. If like I said, if Gunther and Goldberg are having say they have a hard hand affair, you could do something simple like this. You could tell a story of who's man enough to not go down like as far as like the ring. Who's not looking to go down in the ring and fall flat on a back. Say Gunther is doing the chops, Goldberg is doing the punches, right? You tell a story out that. You basically turn this match into a fight, like
Mm-hmm.
pretty much like a near like an NBA fight, whatever you want to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not NBA fight, sorry, MMA fight. Um, and you go that route, and then whoever succumbs towards the very end of that, and Goldberg is showing some tenacity, he's showing some heart. He's not giving up. He's getting the people like up with him. The crowd was cheering. Keep going, boom, boom, boom. You can make somebody like that work under 5 minutes. And if Goldberg's able to hit his move, going to hit his move. Goldberg's not trying to pretty much like lose for real. He's still trying to go until Gunther finally hits him with the nail in the coffin, power bombs him. 1, 2, 3. That's it.
If
It would have to be seen
Gunther beat him
to
like that,
actually enjoy it for real. Huh?
if Gunther beat him like that, there was no reason for him to come back.
There's no reason for him to come back.
There was no reason for Goldberg to come back if he get beat like that. He did all
Mm,
that training to lose like that in 3 minutes. Man,
yeah, and it's a 5-minute match too.
yeah, like what? That's trash.
Like I said, do 10
But
minutes. Then give me 10 minutes, bro. Give me 10 minutes,
I need
man.
10. I need 10
Give
because
me 10.
to be honest, even if Gunther beat him in 5, that don't make Gunther no better than nobody else.
No, you don't.
If you beat Goldberg in
No,
5
you
minutes,
don't.
because he old as dirt. That's like beating Hulk Hogan. Don't nobody care. Like, come on, be smart for real. That's why I was happy that Seth Rollins music hit
Yeah, bro.
when he came out. He was like, "Well, who's
They
next?
were
Who's
showing the
next?"
highlights of
And they said,
Goldberg, by the way.
"Burn it down." I was like, "Yeah, I want to see Seth Rollins and Gunther." We're saying that on the last call. I was like, "I need to see that."
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Thank you for mentioning that too, BD. But we're gonna get to that. With Goldberg, by the way, what do you think of Goldberg's deal package that they highlight on Raw?
Fire. That
Yeah,
that video highlight made him look like the GOAT.
it did. That's what I'm saying. They did a good, overall good job with that. Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree, bro.
Yeah, it made him look like he was
Um,
for real.
yeah, bro. That was dope. So yeah, Rusev took on Sheamus. We already got to that part. Let me see. Yep. Okay. Oh, and by the way, Sami Zayn got attacked by Karrion Kross, their third nephew. I'm loving it. Let me
I like
see.
that Bailey and Lyris. I like how it ended in a draw. I knew it was gonna be a triple threat anyway, but I
Who
like
was
how
it?
it ended in a draw. Bailey and Lyris.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, I was glad.
I
I was
enjoyed
glad it
Bailey and
ended like
Lyra.
that.
I
I said,
definitely enjoyed Bailey
yo,
and
both
Lyra for
shoulders is
sure.
down. Both shoulders is down. And now you see how
Yes.
they using Jay Uso as Mr. Captain Save the Day. He ain't in no matches. This is crazy.
I mean, let's definitely get to that. We're gonna get to that for sure towards the main event. But first, let's get into that promo segment. So Gunther comes out, cuts his promo, talking about how basically like he's gonna be the biggest bully Goldberg has ever faced. Just talking mass trash towards Goldberg. I'm loving it. Talking about how he's gonna carry him to at least 3 minutes. To me, it was low-key hilarious and funny when you said it. I was like, bro, here we go. I love it. I love it. And then we have Seth Rollins comes out with his whole gang and whatever the name is called, Seth Rollins and Company. We're gonna say Seth Rollins and Company. Who cares? So Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Paul Heyman all come out. They get into the ring. And Paul Heyman's letting Gunther know that Seth Rollins is coming after him. By the way, that bedazzled Money Bank contract, the black one, that was fire. I liked it, man.
Oh, yeah.
It was cold. I was like,
I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to. I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to go. Baby, you show it. That's for real. To me. And I can't keep it low key. See, everything you do to me is crazy. Boom, bang, 2 to the dome, you know I came to kill. And all the DJs and beat makers know the drill. Your boy back, they all run like sawmill. This beat was just sent to me, this was a fresh kill. But you ain't know when I load